Good evening, everyone. Hello, Ken.
Good evening. How are you this evening?
I am fine. I'm spending my Valentine's Day with trained people instead of my bride. I think she likes it at this point. I don't know. After how many years have we both been married here, Ken? It's been
it's over 50 for me. So
Yeah, there we go. So happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I hope you got some chocolate or some little note cards or something. And tonight we have a very special show. We're going to show the first video we created when Ken and I went rail fanning on the North Metro Club. They allowed us to come over and film a day at their Staples, Minnesota, and they rolled as many trains as they could past our video camera. It's quite an eccentric collection. That was kind of fun, Ken, wasn't it?
It was, but I think the important thing you said there was it's our first, because we would like to get to the all the different clubs in the area. We'd like to do this with the Fremo groups and people's layouts. There's such a wealth of great layouts that are inspiring to look at. So we want to go out and share them with everybody.
Yes, it was fun doing. We had Joe Binish's layout, Ken Borowski's layout. Now we have the North Metro Club. We'd welcome your layout if you're in the area and you want us to come shoot some video. Let us. That would be great. We'd work that up for our show and our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Give you lots of credit. So we're going to talk about things that are coming up, and then we'll bring up our special guest.
All right.
Let's do this here. The Operators Retreat.
That's coming up quickly. And as a host, I'll tell you that how quickly that's coming up. But I believe there's still a few slots open. They've changed where the breakfast's going to be. It's going to be at the IHOP south of the Mall of America. So it'll still be a great place to have breakfast. You can see the address right there. You'll have a great opportunity to run trains in the morning, take a break, have lunch, and then come back and run a different layout in the afternoon. So it's going to be a great time. You'll meet new people. You'll get a chance to try operations, and it's not going to be one of those up till you drop. It's not going to be one of those things that they're going to put you through the ringer. It's going to be a great time to make you comfortable with this operations portion of the hobby. So sign up.
Yes, and you can sign up, send an email to tcdnmra@gmail.com, care of the Operators Retreat, or Greg Dahl, our wonderful chairman for this event. Yep. It is $10, and that's so we can keep doing these events like this furthermore. But yeah, we're not going to put you through the ringer. If you're a first-time operator, you will have fun. We almost guarantee that.
Absolutely. And you know what's interesting, just before you get off that, we currently have people signed up from as far away as Rapid City, and there's another couple that's flying in. Okay, fine, they're staying with some other friends, but they're flying all the way in just for our Operators Retreat.
Yes, so, and I hear there's a famous podcaster from Green Bay has signed up too. So
I've heard that.
Meet real celebrities. Real celebrities,
right.
Not the fake ones from the crossing gate, but real celebrities.
That's right. That's right.
Come on in here. So yeah, This is gonna be a fun day. This will be a fun day. You'll probably make friends for life here. So, and also here's our jewel.
Our jewel, the Twin City Division Modelers Meet. Again, this is something that I'm hearing from people all over the area that are coming in. Names that you'll be real excited to see, because they're great modelers and they love to share the hobby. So Friday night, Jim Brown is coming up, and he's got a phenomenal set of slides to show us. And a lot of them are from southern Minnesota, although he has all over the place. But these are slides that none of us have ever seen. It's going to be exciting Friday night. We're going to go, we say we go till 9:30, but quite frankly, as long as he keeps going, we can call in for pizza and stick around. Saturday is clinics, 8 days of great clinics. Joe Binish has got a tremendous lineup there for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. The displays, and I just give you an example. William Sampson was talking. If you've seen, he has done some of these new 3D Central cars, and they're just gorgeous. Now, nobody around here has seen these because they're brand new. He's bringing them, and he's going to give you a chance to see what they're like. It's like getting a hands-on tour test drive before you go out and buy something yourself. Just going to be a tremendous time. So where can you sign up to and pay, just go to the TCD NMRA TCD NRA.org website, and you can sign up there. Unfortunately, we don't have the pay, so you can't prepay. So you'll just get a chance to pay right there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And as Sue, the Milwaukee Road, our friend William says, that's Matt Herman at 3D Central. And I wonder if he means he's bringing Matt too.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
I-
There might be, Ken, I've heard rumors of a new M&S book coming out that it might be just the first time offering at the Modelers Retreat.
you know, all I can tell you is my knees are getting worn out from begging to let me buy a copy of that. And he keeps saying, no,
Yeah.
he's not going to sell them till he has them in hand. But I'm hoping that they're there. So,
yeah, we maybe, and
tremendous
the author
time.
might be there. We can get an autograph too. I can.
You can. Do you suppose the author's going to charge $20 an autograph?
Well, $20 is $20. I've heard him say
is.
that many times. So
It is.
It is.
And Joe
So,
Binish is going to make sure he picks up the donuts for Saturday morning. So how could you go wrong, gang? It's going to be a fun day.
Donuts, coffee, and your friends, some of your best friends that you've ever had. And here comes our fun event.
Yes, the TCD or TLR convention, the Sawdust City Hauler. Again, I've been helping these guys just a little bit. Not that they need help. I mean, these guys are just. It's like working with nuclear fusion over there. Those guys are just. They're amazing. All the stuff they're coming up with. It's going to be a tremendous time. Speeder trips limited to 70 people, and unfortunately, I asked them if we could set up a second trip, but the problem is it takes so long, it's just not possible. So sign up quickly and pay for that extra speeder trip because it's really going to be a treat. The Carson City Park or Carson Park train rides, that's more open. You can ride steam and diesel there. Logging museum, clinics, layout tours, and we are talking some phenomenal layouts. And we're talking magazine featured layouts, great model trains featured layouts. Tremendous time. Bring something for the celebration room. Show us what you've been doing. Banquet and awards night. All we can tell you for sure is the all the special awards will not have Dan Dosa's ticket in them.
No,
we're not.
no,
We're not
forbid
going to let
that.
him win it again this
There'll
year.
be none of that.
Yep.
And there's amazing non-layout activities in the area. The Lion and Kugel's Brewery is there.
Yep.
If you're
Bonnie
a
Menard.
baseball fan, I probably don't know this kid. I lived in Eau Claire, so if you're a baseball fan, one of the first minor league teams, Hank Aaron played. Have you ever heard of Hank Aaron, Ken? I think he played for the Eau Claire Bears. And there's a statue of him in the park where he played minor league ball. Hank Aaron was over there. So
I didn't know that. But here's something that's absolutely amazing is they have got the pamphlet all made out with schedules already, and they're going to post that on the website. I mean, you talk about an organized convention. Usually the program is not done until 20 minutes after the convention's over, and they've got it done already.
Right.
So this is
and this hotel has a beautiful restaurant and bar. So I know at night there'll be all kinds of socializing and unsolicited advice on how you should model train. So hang out there and get to know more trains. And it's going to be a great time for that price. You can't beat it.
Absolutely.
So coming up, we have 2 more shows. Next week, who do we got there, Ken? We got
Dan Cohen, and Dan's our member at large on the board, and he's really been diving into building craftsman kits. And so you've probably seen some of those if you follow his Facebook page, but he's going to be showing us what he's been doing and do a presentation on the things he's learned. Now, we've done this in the past with master model railroaders, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. But now we get a chance to see somebody that's starting over. And so we're going to see some of we're going to learn some lessons from him that the master model railroader may have already forgotten because he's so far along. And then Dan's also going to be at the modelers meet demonstrating. So this is next week's going to be just a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And our season ending finale, I have lined up a couple of guests you don't want to miss. It'll be a very different show, but it'll be very entertaining. And we'll check that one out. I'll let more information go in that week after we were amazed by Dan.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank our friends at Scale Model Supplies and our friends at Hub Hobby. And I think it's time to bring up our guest.
Let's do it. Out of the green room.
Out of the green room, we'd like to welcome the president. You know, we didn't get some schlep. We didn't get some coal handlers. We got the president of the North Metro Model Railroad Club, wow. Mr. David Clem.
So, yep.
And while you're watching, David, yeah, pause.
Yeah.
And what means is that I'm the guy who gets all the emails and text messages.
That's right.
So.
Absolutely. You know, I was in the Army, so I know that the guy that gets to be the president is usually the guy that's the slowest one jumping out of the room when everybody says, right. I've got a task.
Yeah, so. Yeah, that's very true.
But for everybody that's watching, and I've asked this question before, and David's dodged my question. Behind him on the wall is this black vortex, and if you watch it, the inside seems to change shape from time to time. And I'm just wondering what that really is. So as we get to the end of the presentation, if you've got suggestions or ideas, please share them with us.
Yeah,
I just hope David doesn't.
A poll or something on there.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so let's go, Dave.
Yeah. Tell us what's coming up with North Metro.
Sure. So our next flea market's March 2nd. It's at the usual spot, the VFW, next to our layout there in Coon Rapids, off of Coon Rapids Boulevard and Hanson in Coon Rapids. March 2nd, 9 to 2. The flea market's in the VFW. The layout will be open as long as somebody is there. We don't throw anybody out. People start showing up around 8 and leave when they leave. And then March 24th, we're hosting the local NMRA chapter again for an operating session.
Great.
Great.
We're trying to do this quarterly with the NMRA group to allow them to come in and operate. It's building a nice pool of operators. And we, like you said, Tom, on something else earlier, I heard you. If you don't know how to operate, you can come. We will teach you.
Yes.
We will give you a brakeman to go along with you that will teach you the layout, teach you how our car system works and everything. So,
absolutely.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
You know, David, there are a lot of great flea markets. How many tables do you have left for your flea market this year?
We have all 60 sold for March. So we're ready to go.
All right.
60 tables. There you go. Outstanding.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. It's a fun time to meet people. Like you said, it's a hobby, right? It's great to see people that we, get to, you see them around town, whether it's the NMRA stuff or at flea markets. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. So, all right. We're going to roll this video. And if you're in chat, get your questions out during the video. We'll try and answer them. If not, we'll have David answer them. And if David can't answer them, we will go to the club and
I'll make it up.
Find somebody else and persecute someone else to do it.
Well, I'm one of the original members who started this. 5 of us started meeting in my house, in my dining room, when we were thinking about forming a club that had a permanent location. And we met for a year in my house because we tried to find a spot. So
that's crazy. Yeah. Well done, though, David. Well done. And you also, I have to applaud you for inviting in one of the better restaurants to move above you. So,
well, they're our landlord too, so that's quite nice. So
very good. Very good.
Sometimes they're very generous with Thanksgiving or other holidays. They bring us down some food. So
wow. So, did they ever bring donuts? Because those are.
Yes, they do bring those sometimes. The sugar powder for the donuts. Yes.
So, all right, we're going to run this video, the rail fanning, and this is just a hint of the trains they have. So enjoy and ask your questions, guys. Here we go. Yeah, if you guys can hear us, we can narrate some of your questions now that the music's over. So David can explain some of the things that's going on.
Sure.
I think somebody asked about the running of the derails. During this whole day, the only bloopers that happened were because of wrong line switches. So it wasn't any track or train errors.
Yep.
It was human error.
Operator error.
Yeah, operator error. There you go.
We need him to go to the clinic and get a urine test to see if they were doing the right things. But yeah. You know, of course, we have derailments. I mean, the cars, you know, they get used a lot, so they start to wear. And then when they start to have problems, when we pull them off the layout to run them through the repair shop, you know, to get things fixed. Locomotives, you know, the same. We don't put an emphasis on club-owned ones having sound as much. We try to get them just rock solid so they operate. We have them strategically placed throughout the layout so that if you go to St. Cloud to work, there's a loco there for you to use. There'll be a throttle there for you to use if you don't have your own. And just while
we didn't even get to the trains that are like down below in staging.
Yeah.
You know, I think we had about 10 to 12 members participate in this Saturday. So, you know, there's dozens and dozens of more trains that people could have ran by, but a lot of them are very accurate and they put a lot of work into them. And this one here, you can see here's one that got a pusher. So, average train length.
Well, what we do is we put one loco per 10 cars as a general rule of thumb. When you're working the hump yard and you're the guy doing the pull out of the hump, there are sheets there that tell you for the Cambridge local, don't go above 20 cars. For this local, don't go above 18 or 22 or 25 or whatever. So that that way you know what you're building and it deals with the area. But we try to put one local per 10 cars just because of some of the hills we have and that. So, you know, the gradients just to make sure things get through.
And only the ore trains for now are using the helix up to Kelly Lake. Is that it? Or
no, we have mixed freight that goes up there to the paper mill and down to the Kelly Lake yard to the there's a siding there with an industry. That's actually I'm almost done with the signaling system there. The signals on that one. We were an early adopter of the quads, the super quads, and that we have actually the quads before they became super quads. And the gentleman who is still running that after 10 years came up with a board that allows you to plug the Atlas signals into now, that the new Atlas with the little plug they have on the bottom that after Atlas bought the BLMA signals. So that has really cut down on a lot of soldering by having that board to just plug the signal into.
and you have cameras all around the layout too for the dispatcher. Is that correct?
Yes, we do. So Tom one time dispatched, which I was impressed because he jumped into it without any like pre-training or pre-anything. He just sat down in front of the computer screen. But we do have cameras throughout, both mounted up high and some are strategically in the layout. And that allows you to see. And then we use NMMRRC, which is what Tom used while being the dispatcher to see where the trains are. The layout's detected, so you can see where the trains are. All the signals are automated.
So how many people here in chat have operated or visited that layout? Gunslinging is, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a layout in the Twin Cities I haven't dispatched yet. I can run trains into each other as good as the next guy. So that's just,
Yeah. And, you know, I'll tell everyone it's on. I mean, we get calls. We've had people come in from Australia that have somehow heard about our layout and set up times to come. We've had them from Europe come over when they've been in the States and they've heard about our layout, seen videos. So we are always open to doing, you know, one-off visits. We have retired individuals who can come during the day if need be and let you in. May not be able to turn it on and run the layout at that time, depending on how things are going, but.
So let me ask the brass tacks question of what does it take for someone to join this club? Is there much hazing going on? Do you have to
we don't haze.
be a master model railroader or anything like that? Or?
You don't have to know anything. We do have a youth program as well because you know they're our future, right? In the club, in the industry, we don't have. So all we require for those under 18 is that it's actually their parent that joins. I'm heavy into scouting, so I kind of modeled the membership after scouting with youth protection. We don't want some 14-year-old just being dropped off by mom or dad and left to the layout. So we require a parent when they're under 18 to come along. They actually join the club, and we have 2 levels, associate and regular. The difference is the regular gets you a key. You can come 24/7. That's after a 6-month probation period. The associate, you don't get a key, but so you have to come when someone else is there. Associates are $20 a month. Regular is $30 a month membership. In that, we have members who come who just run trains. They don't really have a desire to learn anything else. They just want to run trains, and that's fine. As I like to build and do electrical and all that, so I say they're helping pay for me to buy stuff and work on the layout. Dwight, I'm a Silver Beaver as well. So yes, cool. I know what that is. So I run the railroading merit badge at least once a year, sometimes twice a year for the merit badge. And I have anywhere from, I've had 12, I've settled on 12 is about a good group at a time. I've had it up to 25 and that was just too much. But I run the railroading merit badge and the layout's a great hands-on place for the scouts. And then I let them run a train afterwards if they want to stick around.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
But yeah, that's
approximately how many regular members?
Regular. I think we're sitting at regular around 40-ish and with 15 to 20 associates. And that, so, you know, we actually have one member who's joined recently. He's a young gentleman who's like, 21, 22, lives in Duluth, comes down on the weekend on Saturday. And spends most of the day at the layout on Saturday. So it's quite a drive for him. But he's a young gentleman who's learning how to program his locomotives, to work on them, and all kinds of stuff, and that. So
I think beats the Pinewood Derby.
Oh, I love Pinewood Derby. Those were good times.
Yeah.
I always thought they should have an adults class so we can just bring our own Pinewood Derby or something.
We did. We have an open class where it's adults and family members, and they can build and race against each other. So, yep.
I like it.
Our members assigned. No, really it depends on the interest of the individual. If you want to learn the wiring side, help out with the panels. We have a chair that runs that area that we attach you to. If you want to do car maintenance, local maintenance, we have that department you can work with. If you want to do scenery, we'll teach scenery classes, and then you can go off and try your hand at it and learn. As I'm sure Tom or Ken know, when you started off, 25 years ago, it's how you did scenery back then is a lot different than you do now.
Absolutely.
You kind of develop your own best practice and what works for you. I always view it as there's no right way or wrong way. There's just your way. So we don't
You guys do have a lot of special effects too. The lighting, electrical storm, smoke, things like that.
We have the a thunderstorm with lightning that goes off if we turn it on. No, we don't have any cap on number of members. We haven't hit a thing where we think we need a cap yet. Maybe we'll hit a cap. So.
You think about that, the $30 a month, and if you don't have a home layout, that equates to the price of one DCC with Sound Loco a year. I know everybody in here likes to buy their trains and things like that, but the ability to run on a 5,000 square foot triple deck layout, scale length trains, to dispatch, to run a tower, to switch, to learn skills about wiring, solder, it's unbelievable what this club offers and the quality that you get for that membership. When I look around the country at other clubs that are equivalent, they're easily $60 a month. Silicon Valley is $60 to $80 a month.
Yep.
Balboa Park. I don't know what other clubs, but
well, thanks, Tom. Yeah, and you can bring your own equipment down. If you leave it on the layout, it's available for anyone to run. It's the rule. If you don't want people playing with your toys or in your sandbox, then you need to take it off and put it in storage. We have under layout storage assigned to members, so you can take your stuff off and put it underneath there. But if it's on the layout, it's available to run. We have operate, for all of our industries. Those are club-owned cars. They're only used for operations, and that's so.
That's a great rule. I like that rule.
I do too.
And everybody seems to get a storage area there.
Yeah,
that looks like you're kind of making lockers.
Well, yeah, we do it underneath. We have a 2 foot wide by however deep it is, and you can put your totes underneath there or whatever you want. And that so.
One of the things that I noticed was every time I've been there, there's been at least one parent and child working together, and I think that's really neat. Tom, when you and I were there, we got schooled pretty well by a young lady that was.
We did. We did that lady.
Yeah, I think we're up to 5 or 6 parent-childs now that are in the club. In that, and male and female. So.
Oh yeah.
We have both. And that's great. I mean, I encourage, I know some members are like, well, we don't, but for me, they're the future of the hobby. So,
that's right.
So,
it absolutely is.
How or who decides what scenes to get modeled? The person that's going to, so we have in general you have Becker mine area, right? That's set. It's going to be the mine. Whoever tackles doing the scenery is the one who decides what's going to be done, right? We have a scenery department, so we have standards for ballast, what color to use, all that type of stuff. But if you're going to model, like when I modeled the baseball field scene, I just did it. I was the one that decided I wanted to do it. It's down the street from the actual building. So I went down there, took photos, and modeled it. So. Very
good. Yeah, and your layout models after the prototype BNSF through line.
Correct.
So you want to get specific. It looks like the areas that it goes through.
And I've gone out to, I'm sure many of our people on here and you guys have too. I'll go out to a bridge scene, like on the Rum River. I've gone out there and photographed the heck out of that thing, so that when I modeled it on the layout, it was as close as we could get with the area it was in. And so it looks representative, just like the shotgun shell for the manufacturer there in Anoka, Federal. When they when their silos look like a shotgun shell, I did the same thing on the layout. So we have a shotgun shell looking silo.
Yeah.
So
It's some good stuff. It's relatable to people from our area,
yeah.
which is very nice. So
Accidents. If someone drops a loco, I have done that. Bumped something, right? You turn over the car, you see what color dots are on the bottom. We all have our own colors that we do. Some people are like 4 white dots, whatever. And you contact the person and say, hey, sorry, I bumped the car. Here's what happened. 9 times out of 10, the guy says, thank you for telling me, and I'll take care of fixing it. So
yeah, that's good. That's good. I've seen everybody handle everything with care
yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
And that's
we tell our crew to handle it very nice too.
That's the reason for our 6-month probation period for regular members as well. Is we want to get to know them, make sure they understand the rules. Plus, how do you turn on a 5,000 square foot layout so when they get their key, they know how to come down and actually start using it, what to turn off, what to turn on. But just, are they going to be respectful of everyone else's equipment, including the clubs?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's a huge point.
You know.
Well, I want to thank you for letting us come down there and film. I hope we can do it again and generate some more interest.
You're always
and we'll post this on our YouTube channel. I'll edit it up a little bit more, and this will be on our YouTube channel. We can post that link on the North Metro Club. North Metro has a Facebook group.
Yep. I've had guys asking me when we're going to get to see the video that Tom shot. So they can ask me, where's the video? I want to see the video. So
it'll be out this weekend. So yeah, we were saving it. We were going to put it earlier, but Ken and I thought, hey, let's save it for our live streams.
Absolutely.
This would be a great premiere, great way to introduce North Metro, get your flea market out there, get your show out there. And
we do the hump yard
we thank your members. Your members are very kind, to bring out their trains and show us their passions. So
yeah, I think that William wants to run the hump yard.
Well,
I do. He tried dispatching. He showed up to dispatch last time.
It takes 3 people to work the hump yard at minimum. 1 pushing the cars up over the top, 1 setting the bowl tracks, and then 1 pulling out. And because you can overwhelm the bowl tracks if you don't have somebody pulling out when they're full, and building trains, and then the crews take off with them. So,
well, this sounds like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of. I mean, I ran a mainline train. Funny, it was a red dirt train from the upper level around the layout and back, and it took an hour.
Yeah,
following signals, prototype speed stuff. It was a lot of fun to just, after my little layout around here, to operate on that large of a layout. So
I have a home layout as well, but I have all my big stuff at the club. So
Ken said, members have been great every time we've been there. Yeah,
everything.
So thank you guys. Check them out. Check out North Metro on Facebook. Check them out in person. What's the date of that flea market again?
March 2nd.
March 2nd, VFW.
Yep.
Come for the train, stay for your friends, get a burger, go down and see the layout. Oh, then go to our favorite restaurant. That's a Saturday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We know what goes on at that restaurant on Saturday. So
it's
just
go upstairs to the Chinese restaurant and they'll take care of you.
Yep. That's a good fun. That's a great social. So,
we did learn something though, Tom.
What did we learn?
We learned that we need to go to the restaurant first because then it's on the luncheon special and it's all you can eat.
Yes.
And of course,
it's sort of family style.
Yeah, well, it's okay, but I think they see us coming, and it's kind of like they just shudder. They say, "Oh, geez, here come those train guys. Get the donuts ready.
Get the donuts ready."
Right.
You leave hungry, it's your own fault. So
yeah.
All right, thank you, everyone. Join us next week. David will be here, and then on the 28th, we'll have our season finale. Some amazing guests, and
next week. It will not be David. David's here this week.
I'm here this week.
I mean,
be
that's right.
Dan.
It'll be Dan, one of the D's. I'm so used to the Kens. I get the Kens all mixed up. So,
That's right.
and there should be a podcast coming out soon. We just had one release, so check that out.
Yep.
And with
Still
that,
sign
we'll
up.
say, sign up.
Sign up for the
Operators.
operations retreat.
Yep.
Yep. So, all right, David, thank you. Ken, thank you.
See
And
y'all
thank
later.
you guys for watching. If you're still on YouTube, go over to Heath's channel. He's got a heck of a show right now.